Hello aspirants, today is December 21, 2019. It is the daily current affairs course approach 365 and sources are already mentioned here, and I am Shubhangni Dubey, journalist by profession, and let's get started. So today we are going to discuss the topics. One is Sashastra Seema Bal, the second is 2019 pollution and health metrics, that is global, regional and country analysis report. The third one is Pinaka missile system, the fourth one is consultation on population stabilization. Then there is 2 plus 2 Ministerial Dialogue 2019. Then there is investigation tracking system for sexual offences. Then there is Operation Twist. Then there is Jalsathi program. Then Directorate General of Foreign Trade, that is DGFT. Then there is gay conversion therapy, and then Kambala, and the last topic is Uzbekistan. So these are the topics which we are going to discuss in today's lecture. Okay, so in the first topic, that is Sashastra Seema Bal, why we are discussing it, because recently the 56th Raising Day parade of Sashastra Seema Bal was held in New Delhi. Okay, so SSB, that is Sashastra Seema Bal, it come under the aegis of the Ministry of Home Affairs, and it is a part of Central Armed Police Force, okay, that is CAPF, okay, and along with 6 other central security forces in India are there under the Sashastra Seema Bal. They are Assam Rifles, they are Border Security Force, that is BSF, then CISF, that is Central Industrial Security Force, then there is Central Reserve Police Force, then Indo-Tibetan Border Force, and then National Security Guard, that is NSG. Okay, so these are the forces which comes under the Ministry of Home Affairs, and it is a part of Central Armed Police Force. Okay, so in Central Armed Police Force, 6 other security forces are also there, which are mentioned in the bracket. Okay, and it was established as a Special Service Bureau in May 1963. Okay, so Sashastra Seema Bal was established as a Special Service Bureau in May 1963, and when it happened, aftermath of Chinese aggression in 1962, the war happened when the aggression with China happened in 1962. After that, this police force was formed. Okay, so it was declared a lead intelligence agency for Indo-National in June 2001. Okay, so now Sashastra Seema Bal, it has been declared as a lead intelligence agency for Indo-Nepal in June 2001 and assigned the Indo-Nepal border in 2004. It was also assigned Indo-Bhutan border. So these are the borders which is taken care of by the Sashastra Seema Bal. Okay. So in 2004, SSB received the President's Color in recognition of the keystone role in national security since its inception. Okay, now what is President's Color? So President Color, it is the highest honor bestowed upon a regiment in recognition of their contribution to the security of the nation. So basically it's the highest honor which goes to a regiment, okay, because of their recognition and their contribution in the nation's security. Now what are the responsibilities of SSB, that is Sashastra Seema Bal? So basically they promote a sense of security among the people living in the border areas, okay, and it also prevent trans-border crimes and unauthorized entry into or exit from Indian territory. So there is no unauthorized entry. If like somebody crosses the border of India, then Sashastra Seema Bal will looking after that. Okay, to prevent smuggling and other illegal activities on Indian frontiers. Okay, so basically these are the major responsibility of SSB. Its headquarters is in New Delhi, obviously, and 3 front headquarters are there, which are at Lucknow, that is in UP, then Patna, which is in Bihar, and Guwahati, which is in Assam. Okay, so 3 frontier headquarters are there, and then the main headquarter is in New Delhi. Now it is spreaded out on Indo-Nepal, that means Indo-Nepal, India and Nepal, then Indo-Bhutan borders, India and Bhutan border, across the states of Uttarakhand, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, West Bengal, Sikkim, Assam, and Arunachal Pradesh. So there are almost 7 states in which this SSB is there. Okay. Now another topic is 2019 pollution and health metrics, that is global, regional and country analysis report. So this is the analysis report of 2019 pollution and health metrics, and recently the report was from the Global Alliance of Health and Pollution, and it provided a ranking of pollution deaths on global, regional and the country level. Okay, so basically in year 2017, pollution was responsible for 15% of all death globally and 275 million disability adjusted life life year. So this was the percentage of deaths in 2017 out of all deaths globally. The report includes 3 lists on pollution induced death. India is the only country that features in the top 10 in all 3 lists. Okay, so this is our achievement. Okay, not that achievement. We have topped in all the 3 lists in top 10. Okay, and 3 lists are there as per the pollution induced death. So most pollution death, India saw about 2.3 million deaths. Okay, most of the about. Okay, so these are the annual uh, these are the 3 lists. Okay, these are the 3 lists of the death in which India is there. So annual premature air pollution related death, then pollution deaths per 1 lakh people, and then annual premature pollution related death. So in all the 3 lists India is there. And the good news, see what India is doing. In first list India is in second position, in second list India is in 10th, and in third list India is in first position. Okay, so it's not a good news at all. Okay, then these are the key points, and in which the top 10 countries with the most pollution deaths include both the world's largest and wealthiest nation and some of the poorer ones. Okay, so with the most pollution deaths are basically world's largest and the wealthiest nations. Okay, and in the list of top 10 countries with the most pollution related death in proportion to the population, then there are the smaller countries. Okay, and size is more intense. So there are 3 lists. One is most population pollution based death, then second one is related to the proportion of the population, and the third one is most deaths related to air pollution. Okay, so in this list India had topped. Okay, so these are the top 10 countries, 3 basic lists of the air pollution death by the Global Alliance on Health and Pollution. Then what is Global Alliance on Health and Pollution? Okay, so basically it's a collaborative body which is made of more than 60 members and dozens of observers. Okay, so there are so many observers, but basically more than 60 members are there. So prominent members are Pure Earth, which is a non-profit organization. Then there is World Bank, United Nations Environment Program, then United Nations Industrial Development Organization, then Asian Development Bank, European Commission, the Ministry of Environment and Health of many low and middle income countries. These are the major prominent members of this organization. Okay, and its goal is to reduce death and illness which is caused due to toxic pollution, including air, water, soil, and chemical waste, especially in low and middle income countries. Okay, so this is about this pollution, Global Alliance on the Health and Pollution. Then moving on to the next topic, Pinaka missile system. Okay, so recently an updated version of this Pinaka missile system, that is Pinaka Mark II rocket, has successfully flighted test from integrated test range Chandipur, Odisha. Okay, so in Odisha it has successfully flighted test, and key points are it is an indigenous multi-barrel rocket. So multi-barrel rocket it is, and it is a multi-barrel rocket launch system, and it has been developed by the DRDO, that is Defense Research and Development Organization for the Indian Army. Okay, so basically it's a multi-barrel rocket launch system. Okay, and its weapon system has a state of the art guidance bolstered by an advanced navigation and control system. So advanced navigation and control system is there in the Pinaka. And Pinaka Mark II rocket, it is modified as a missile by integrating with the navigation, control, and guidance system. Okay, so the navigation system of the missile is added by the Indian Regional Navigation Satellite System. Okay, and it is an artillery missile system capable of striking into enemy's territory up to range of 75 km with high precision. Okay, so like it will be accurate till the range of 75 kilometers, and it can also strike up to 75 kilometers. So this is about the Pinaka missile system. Okay, and its initial version of weapon was called Mark 1, and which ranged to which range up to 40 kilometers. Then there was a updated version, and in that updated version it's up to 70 to 80 kilometers. Okay, so basically missile achieved all the objectives, including enhancing the range accuracy and the subsystem functionality. So this is about the Pinaka missile system. Then moving on to the next topic, Consultation on consultation on population stabilization, not the consolation, sorry. So why it was in news? Because Niti Aayog, that is National Institute for Transforming India, this will draft a roadmap for population stabilization in the country. Now there will be the consultation for the population stabilization. So in this context, it is organizing a national consultation on realizing the vision of population stabilization, leaving no one behind. Okay, so the consultative meeting is organized in partnership with Population Funding of India. Okay, so this is the Population Funding of India, and it has been a partnership with this organization. Okay, so India, with a current population size of 1.37 billion, is the second most populous country in the world, as we all know, because we are good in population. So almost this much people are there. And according to the World Population Prospectus 2019, which was published by the Population Division of United Nations Department of Economic and Social Affairs, India is projected to surpass China as the world most populous country by 2027. So this is an alarming state, and it is very important to have consultation on the population stabilization. Okay, so India birth rate are falling, but the population continues to grow due to fact that more than 30% of the population is young and in the reproductive age group. Okay, because India is a young country. India, there are 65% of youth are there in India, and everybody is there at the reproductive age. So this is the reason. Though India's birth rate is falling, but it's still 30% of the population is young, and this is the reason that after by the year 2027, India will be the most populous country in the world. So this rapidly increasing population possesses new challenges for the present as well as for the future generations. Okay, now Population Foundation of India. So Population Foundation of India, it is a national level non-governmental, non-for-profit organization dedicated to promoting the effective formulation and implementation of gender sensitive population, okay, and development policies, strategies and program. So the Population Foundation of India, it promote the effective formulation and implementation of gender sensitive population. So PFI was formerly known as the Family Planning Foundation. Okay, so earlier it was Family Planning Foundation, but now it is Population Foundation of India. So it was established in 1970, and there was a dedicated group of industrialists and the population activists, which was led by the JRD Tata and Dr. Bharatram. Okay, so in response to meeting a pressing need for an independent body to respond to the challenges of the growing population. So basically, this will be the body who will have it will be an independent body, and it will combat the challenges of the growing population. So this was about the Population Foundation of India. Okay, and meaningful supportive activities will be there by this PFI. Moving on to the next topic, 2+2 Ministerial Dialogue 2019. Okay, so this is about the Union Defense Minister and External Affairs Minister who met US Secretary of Defense and Secretary of State in Washington DC for the second annual India US 2+2 Ministerial Dialogue. Okay, so it is the highest level institutional mechanism between the two countries, and it provides a review of the security, defense and strategic partnerships. Okay, and keep this in mind that 2+2 Ministerial Dialogue is between the United States and India for the review between two countries on the topics of security, defense and strategic partnership. Okay, so this was the second 2+2 meeting, and the first in United States. Okay, so this is about the dialogue 2019. Then another topic is investigation tracking system for sexual offences. Okay, so in order to enhance the women's safety across the countries, government has formulated a multi-pronged action plan and initiated a series of measures. Okay, so this ITSSO, that is this investigation tracking system for sexual offense, it is one of such measures which is developed by the Ministry of Home Affairs. Okay, so towards smart policing. So investigation tracking system, it is an online module available to law enforcement agencies to all level. It will be national, state, district as well as in the police station. Okay, so it will allow state to undertake real time monitoring and management for completion of investigation in rape cases within a period of 2 months. Okay, and it covers nearly 15,000 police stations in the country. Okay, so this is about this sexual offences tracking system. Okay, then another topic is Operation Twist. Okay, so it was announced by the Reserve Bank of India, a simultaneously sale and purchase of government bond under the open market operation mechanism on lines of the Operation Twist. Okay, that was last adopted by the US Federal Reserve in 2019. Okay, so it is an economic term, Operation Twist, announced by the Reserve Bank of India, and it is a move taken by US Federal Reserve in order to make long term borrowing cheaper. So there will be the low rate loans, okay, in the Operation Twist. Then another topic is Jal Shakti program. So Odisha has recently launched this program, and which ensures the supply of safe drinking water to all households in the state. Okay, so Jalsathi program is of Odisha. Then Director General of Foreign Trade. Okay, so now new foreign trade policy have came into effect, will be come into effect by April 1, 2020. Okay, from by the beginning of the next year, by the Office of the Directorate General of Foreign Trade. Okay, so DGFT, this Directorate General of Foreign Trade, it is attached office of the Ministry of Commerce and Industry. Obviously, because foreign trade is there, so Ministry of Commerce and Industry will be the attached office, and it will be headed by the director. Okay, so liberalization in the economic policy of government, there is a liberalization, and DGFT has since been assigned the role of facilitator. Okay, so the shift was from prohibition and control of import export to promotion and facilitation of export import, keeping view the interest of the company. So basically it will be for the interest of the company, and new policies will be there according to the Directorate General of the Foreign Trade. Okay, new policies will be coming into effect. Then another topic is gay conversion therapy. Okay, so recently the German government, they signed off a new law which banned the gay conversion therapy. Okay, so idea of conversion therapy, it is linked to one that sees homosexuality as a mental disorder. So most of the people think that homosexuality is a mental disorder, but it's not. Okay, so this is a view that mental health professional rejected, so they rejected according to this law. Okay, so it purpose to cure homosexuality by turning gay people straight. So this therapy says that they will be able to turn gay people into straight one. Okay, so this is about it. And now the German government had already banned it, and it typically use psychotherapeutic means or counseling to eliminate an individual desire for member of their own sex. Okay, so somehow the psychological therapies are given to the person in order to eliminate the individual desire if they want their own sex from their own gender. Okay, so if a guy is liking a guy, if a girl is liking a girl, so some psychotherapeutic counseling is being done in this therapy. Okay, so American Psychiatrist Association, they opposed any psychiatric treatment which is based on the assumption that homosexual person is a mental disorder. Okay, or is based on the prior assumption that a patient should change his or her homosexual orientation. Okay, so this is about the German government. Then another topic is Kambala. Okay, so Kambala Schluck Trust Buffalo Race Organization. Kambala is the Slush Track Buffalo Race Organization are planning to establish a museum on this traditional sport. Okay, so basically this is a traditional sport, and in this buffalo race happens in coastal belt of Karnataka. Okay, so Kambala is a buffalo race, slush track buffalo race, and it is traditional bull sport similar to Jallikattu in Tamil Nadu. So recently, before 1 to 2 years, we heard a lot about the Jallikattu. Okay, so Kambala is related to it, and it's a buffalo race. The track used for Kambala is a slushy paddy field. Okay, so paddy field is there in which buffaloes are bound to have the race. Okay, and the Kambala session generally starts in November and lasts till March in the following year. Okay, so the paddy session is there. Okay, so this is about the Kambala, so keep this in mind, it is a buffalo race which happens in Karnataka. Then yeah, and one more thing, that they want to they are planning to establish a museum on this traditional sport. Then last topic is Uzbekistan. Okay, so why Uzbekistan is in news? Because Uzbekistan has won the country of the year award from the Economist. So the Economist has given the Uzbekistan the country of the year award. The edition annually awards the states which achieve the biggest progress in the democracy. Okay, so basically in financial situation, influence and cuisine of the country, Uzbekistan has improved domestically and drastically, and it shares its land border with its 5 neighboring countries: Tajikistan, Afghanistan, Turkmenistan, Kazakhstan and the Kyrgyzstan. Okay, so according to the Economist, Uzbekistan still has a long way to go, but no other country traveled as far as in 2019 except Uzbekistan. Okay, so this is the map. You can see Kazakhstan is there, Turkmenistan, then the Tajikistan, then the Kyrgyzstan. Okay, and here is the Uzbekistan in the Aral Sea. Okay, we can see here. So this is about this Uzbekistan. Okay, so country of the award has been given to Uzbekistan. So guys, this was today's lecture. If you want to download the PDF of this lecture, you can just log into pluspromise.in and you will be getting the daily PDFs of the daily current affairs course. Okay, thanks for watching.